Hey Capricorn, it's eclipse season and we got some stuff to talk about. So, eclipses, what are they? It is the full moon and the new moon on crack cocaine. Great, right? It just means the energy is like super intensified and they tend to take things out of our lives that don't need to be there anymore. Um, People who are sort of sick and hanging on, they find their little portal to the other side. Probably not little, probably huge, and that's how they transition. It's a good. We lose a lot of sick people this way, but also it's just the time for the universe to clear out the things that no longer progress us. They just sort of are hindering us at this point. So for you, there is, and they come in pairs. They come in pairs. That's right. There's always two. Um, so the first one is a full moon lunar eclipse on February 10th, and it's in the sign of Leo, and it falls in your 8th house of sex, death, taxes, psychological issues, fun stuff, and other people's money, like how you actually inherit other people's money or your partner's money. I always forget to mention partner's money, you know. Maybe it's because I'm so self-centered. Anyway, so what that means, full moon, big release. Leo, dramatic, big dramatic release around, oh God, psychological issues, sex. There could be a big sexual release here. Yeah. Death. As much as I hate saying that, but like, get thee to the doctor if you're not feeling well. I'm not saying you're gonna die, but I am saying like, if with that placement there, that is a good way to say, hey, keep an eye on your shit. You know, get to the doctor, Capricorns. Because it's dramatic. Whatever happens will happen in a super dramatic function. Because that's Leo for you. But it's also like it could be a release of partner money. It could be that money gets freed up and you receive it. Honestly, there could be a release in something, and because it has been freed up, it finally makes its way to you. So it is a gain, but only because it is a loss. I know that makes sense. And then the the new moon solar eclipse on February 26th, it's in Pisces and it lands in your 3rd house of communication, writing, logic, siblings and neighbors. So it's an emotional moon, and it's like planting a seed on Miracle Grow. So Miracle Grow that seed in your 3rd house of communications, of emotional communication, emotional logic. So you may find that you yourself, you start to feel you're able to communicate your feelings better. This is a good time to plant the seed on learning how to communicate emotionally a little bit better. If you need to inject some emotion into writing projects, into communication projects, if you're in advertising, this would be an absolutely fantastic time to come up with slogans, log lines, all that stuff that evoke an emotional reaction in people. And it's imaginative, it's Pisces, so it's also very, very ethereal. Like, you may find that you may want to do some creative writing as well, things like that. But anywhere you plant your seed in that house of logic. May also have something to do with siblings or neighbors. It's like this emotional connection. It's almost like a community, though, a community feeling of like emotional people that you would consider like siblings. Yeah, like friends could become like siblings under this. There could be the emotional stress, because eclipses are stressful. It could cause some friendships to move into like what feels like sibling territory. Venus, she moves into Aries. Venus is the goddess of love, beauty, what we value, how we make money, and she moves into Aries, which is the pioneering sign, me first, not necessarily inventive, but initiative, and so Mars is already there, right? Aries is ruled by Mars, so she's moving kind of into Mars's land anyway. So this could be angry feminine, like even more so, but rightfully angry and embracing anger, which is a great thing. Anytime we can embrace our emotions is a great thing. But also like hot sex. So there's all kinds of good things. But know that 8th house, the things that at the full moon on February 10th, the things that are taken from you then, they're supposed to happen. They're really supposed to happen. They're supposed to be cleared for you to evolve. Something will leave your life. on around that regarding the 8th house. Yeah, something, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be a small thing. Goodness sake, it could be as simple as losing something you've inherited. Losing it, I got on this, you know what I mean? It's like, it can be that big or that small. So, eclipses, they're perplexing, and they're serious. They're real. It's real stuff. So, Capricorn, what do we got in the cards? Evolution. It's so funny how, like, whoa, that just flew right out. Goodness sake. Ta-da! And let's get one more, because 3 is better than 2. It's just like storytelling through pictures. And obviously intense knowledge of what the cards mean. There it is. Great. So, Capricorn. Evolution. Big time evolution, right? We're working on moving from one phase to another. The way we've done things in the past, it's almost like we've just outgrown. There's so much that we've outgrown lately, that you have to start a new journey. You're tying up loose ends so that you can start a new journey, and you're ready. Like, that's the thing, is you're incredibly eager to start this new journey, moving into a new direction, moving to a new place. This could be physical moving, where you're like, I have my foot out the door. Look at that guy. He's like, I got it all. He's got his back to us. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. This is really about closing the door on the past for you, and especially who you were, who you have been up to this point. You might no longer be that, and you may find that, like, this means it's time for us to move into a new direction and say goodbye and honor the person that you used to be, because no one's ever the same their whole lives. If they are, it's like, what are you holding on to? We all shift and change and become who we're supposed to be. That's what it's about. But by letting go of your old personas right now, and sort of like, if you take a look at them and let them drift away, honor them, say, oh, you know what? That persona, it did me good for a long time, but I'm no longer that person anymore. By doing that, you're already on a path to moving forward. Because you can only wear so many masks, right? I mean, masks are a natural thing. Everyone wears a mask, you know. My mask is Mystic Assistant when I'm doing this, but I'm Tracy Petrillo. Like, that's who I am. But when I do this, I'm working under the mask of Mystic Assistant, hoping that a lot of Tracy Petrillo comes through. But still, I'm proving the point that masks aren't a bad thing. And we've worn them, but you've outgrown a mask. There's a mask you've outgrown. So now it's like, what mask are you wearing now? How are you presenting yourself to the world? And can you honor the old masks that have now, like, fallen off? It's almost like too many Halloweens, right? You get the old plastic ones. You get like a crack in Minnie Mouse. You got to throw it away. It's one of those things. So we're evolving in order to move into the new direction. It is a very faded direction, the direction that you're ready to go. But, like, I think the one thing that's been holding you back is, like, this questioning of, like, can I be the person I am now moving forward? And the answer is no. The answer is no. It's no. Sorry to say. And that could be it too. There could be, like, your mask just might get pulled off psychologically. Like, it almost like it just frays in your hands. I'm looking at I write my little moon reports on these so I know which house you're in. But that 8th house, honestly, that might be the final straw. Like, that psychological house of sex, death, taxes, all that good stuff. It might be you might psychologically have a little cracky poo in your mask. And that's not a bad thing. It's a really good thing. Ah, yes. So it's going to be an interesting month for you if you can allow yourself to see the truth about who you are now versus who you were last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and pay tribute to those different masks that you put on and the who you were at the time, because they're not just disguises, they're who you are at the time. But I'm here to tell you, you are not who you were at that time. You're working on being somebody completely different, but still you, and you're ready. And you're ready. So yeah, just trust that what's happening is happening for a reason, because it is. You got to really hold on tight and buckle up for eclipse season. Yeah. And with that said, thanks for watching. Yeah. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I do a daily draw. And yeah, I'll see you next month. Bye.